Hi there guys, I hope everyone's keeping well. Today, as you can see by the box art there, we're going to have a look at Dungeons & Dragons, the fantasy adventure board game. Now this was made by Parker Brothers and obviously Dungeons & Dragons back in, I believe it was about 2002, 2003. Let me just check on that. 2003. I was looking on the back of one of the booklets. I remember when this game came out, but it wasn't something I picked up. I think I remember seeing it in one of my local game shops, and it was either this or a copy of the latest Warhammer 40,000, I believe, and I went with the Warhammer 40,000. Believe it or not, I picked that up instead of this, but it's a game that I've been looking for quite a while. I picked it up last year, early last year. I got it off eBay, and it was reasonable price. I think it was about £45, which is about average price for what it goes for on the second-hand market. But about this game, it's a lot of people say it's sort of a copy of Hero Quest, Dungeons and Dragons attempt at Hero Quest again, after all their other attempts in the past. But I actually really enjoy playing this game. I love everything about it, the components, the gameplay. So I thought, well, let's have a look and we'll go through it all. So first of all, let's start off with the boards, which I've laid out here. Now the board tiles are really nice double-sided boards. So you've got obviously interior, you've got dungeon, or it could be inside of a castle. Then you've got exterior board tiles. You've got this nice bridge going over a river of lava, which is always cool. But yeah, the boards are really nice. You get five double-sided boards, so you can make quite a decent size game. Have that on the go. Excuse me. So that's the boards, and then these are the hero cards. Quite straightforward. You've got your hit points there. So that starts at level 1. And then if you're playing a level 2 dungeon, then obviously up to level 3. That's your little information. So you've got your movement, your armour, and the little pouch there's how much equipment you can carry. And obviously because this is Lyda, the rogue, she's got special skills for disabling traps and sneaking and such. And then we've got Regdar, the human fighter. And obviously he's got a hell of a lot more hit points than everyone else. And he's got a nice little special action there, +1 to attack roll score rolled in melee attacks. And then we've got Miley, the elven wizard. So she's got her hit points on that side, and then this side is the spell points tracker. So every time you cast a spell, it costs you points. And the more points you spend, your armor class goes down, which is not fantastic for a poor old magic user, because they don't have much to start with. And then last one, we've got Jozan, the human cleric. So he's got special skills, turn undead, heal, obviously hit points, and then he can use spells as well. So his spell points are down that side. And one of the things I really enjoy about this game, obviously apart from the miniatures, is the cards. So the cards I've set up here in a little section. So to start with, now obviously because of Dungeons and Dragons, you have initiative. So what you do, every time you enter a room, so say like you go through into the next room, you have to shuffle these cards and deal them out between the players and the dungeon master. So everyone gets a card and you flip them over, and that's the initiative turn on who goes. So it could be the dungeon master goes first, then all the players, then or 2 of the players, dungeon master, then the last 2 players. So that's quite a neat little part of the game. And then we have all the equipment cards. So we have level 1 equipment and spells, which there's quite a lot of. You can see quite a big stack of cards there. Then you move on to level 2, and then level 3, spells and weapons. And then you have some special weapons and spells, which are really good. Like the best you can get in the game. Then we got these little cards, which is just a little bit of information about each character. And the Dungeon Master, his sort of role in the game. And then the last deck, another big deck, is the monster cards. So we're going to go through to the miniatures now, and then I will tell you about the cards and how they work with the miniatures. So we'll start with the Goblin. This is your generic Goblin. And if you notice on the back, on the little stone, there's a number 6. So for each Goblin, there is a card, and I'll just use this one for an example. So at the top there, it says Goblin Free. So if you've got more than one Goblin on the board at a time, so you've got, say like you've got 2 Goblins on the go, then you can keep track with each Goblin. So one Goblin has 1 card. See, I really should have sorted these out properly before I started filming, but never mind. So they've got a card each, and you can keep track of their hit points, so you know which Goblin has taken how much damage, and then which one is attacking at which time, which is quite clever. So they're the Goblins, and then we will move up. We have some... Now these are the Bugbears. These are the Bugbear models. Nice club and a shield. And then these are the... No, I've got that around the wrong way. This is the Bugbear. That's the Bugbear model. That model we were just looking at was a Gnoll. Because then you've got another one here. No, I'm a complete idiot. Forget everything I just said. That's the Gnoll character. So he's the Gnoll. You get a number of those. Then that's the Bugbear. So I was right the first time. And then this giant guy here, the biggest one of the brown models, is the Ogre. I remember now. They're all sort of in that squatting position, which is a little bit odd. Won't lie, it looks a bit strange, but yeah. And then you got the Troll, who's had his nose chopped off for some reason. It's not focusing, but you can see he's got no nose. And then this is the Carrion Crawler, like the giant insects monster in the game. Then we move on to skeletons, who all look like they're sort of Roman centurions or legionaries, with their armour and their little trident, and they're carrying their little net. And next we have, these are wraiths, sorry. Just a basic hooded ghost. And we have, this guy is the zombie. Pretty sure that's a zombie, because then there's the last one here, which looks quite similar, is it's like a Lich Lord. So this is like the big bad. This is the toughest of all the undead creatures. Let me just go through the cards to double check. So yeah, you've got the skeletons. No, this guy here, not a zombie, he's a wight. So you've got a few of these ones. They're wights. And then back to this one. He's like the Lich Lord character. And then we move on to the heroes. So we start with Regdar, the human warrior fighter. Not bad looking miniatures. Quite basic in their sculpt, but they do the job just as well. They're still nice on the board. We've got Lidda, the thief, the rogue, with a crossbow, little halfling rogue. Then we have Jozan the cleric. Nice little model. And then the last one is Miley the elven wizard. You just see her face there. So yeah, nice models, quite basic in the sculpts. But like I said, once you get the board set up and you've got a full game going, they're really quite impressive. You get a few other bits with this one as well. You get these pillars. So what you do, they just slot together. A little bit of 3D terrain for the game. And then I've also got in the bag here, I've got some trees which do the same thing. They just slot together to make a little 3D cardboard tree. And then you've got the doors as well. Excuse me 1 second, right in the bag. Now the doors aren't 3D like in Hero Quest, which a lot of people say about. It's just a generic little piece of card. So you've got the door on one side, so you pop that on your tile there, and there's the door. And then when you've opened the door, you just flip it over and it shows the open door space for your characters to go through. And then we've got some little chits, little tokens here. These are for your trackers. Some of them can be used to keep track of your monster's health and also keep track of your hit points and your magic points on your character cards. Then you've got some little chest tokens. So if you go into a room, there's a little chest for the adventurers to root through and find weapons, equipment, or spells they can use. One of the best things, apart from obviously the cards, in this game is the dice. Now the dice are all colour coded. So we start yellow attack dice are the basic ones. So there's 2 blank spaces and there's 4 single swords, which means 1 hit each. Then we move up to the orange dice. So there's a couple of 2s on this one and no blank spaces. Then the next one is the red dice. There's a blank space, 2s, and there's a 3 on there. But then the most powerful of all the attack dice is the purple dice. You've got all 2s, and then there's 2 free swords as well. So if you're using weapons that have got that you roll reds and purple dice, you're going to do a lot of damage and you're going to be able to take out a lot of monsters. For example, if you're using this Phoenix bow here, you just roll a yellow and an orange dice. But then if you jump up to use the Sacred Crossbow of Pelor, you use 2 orange dice and a special dice, which I will show you next, is this star dice. So it has stars on 3 sides, and then there's 3 blank spaces. And what that means for the magic users, if they cast a spell, like on this one, if you're using Ice Storm, if you roll the star, you freeze a monster, making it miss its next turn. It does not affect undead. But then if you're using it on a weapon, if you roll the star when you're rolling for attack, roll all dice again and add to the total, keeping the roll until another star doesn't appear. So they can help your attacks, and also sometimes they can hinder your attacks if you roll a star with certain weapons. Sometimes the weapon can break, or the spell backfires and doesn't work. Right, the next dice we've got is the this is the dice used by the rogue for searching for traps. So the eye, I think that means you find a trap, you find 2 traps. The hand, I can't remember what the hand means. I'll have to look. But then you've got the black dice, so if you're disarming a trap, you've got the little sort of cog symbol there, means you've disarmed a trap. And then if we, where's the other symbol on here? There it is. If you roll the explosion, that means the trap's gone off, you haven't disarmed it, and you take whatever damage the trap does to you. And then the last dice is the turn undead dice, which the cleric uses. So it's there's 3 skulls, 2 skulls, 1 skull, and some blank spaces, and you roll that to turn the undead, which means they move away from you. You have to excuse me, it's been a while since I've played the game. Let me have a quick look. No spoilers. I'm only looking in the rule book, I'm not looking in the mission book. Yeah, turning undead. So yes, so the monsters have a little skull symbol on the side of their card, that's right. So you have to roll, so to turn that white away, you'd have to roll all 3. Anything less than that and it wouldn't work, the spell wouldn't work on it. I remember now. But yeah, so that's the dice. We've had a look at the cards, we've had a look at the miniatures. Like I said, overall, it's a really enjoyable game. I played it quite a few times with my son. It's been stored away on the shelf for a while now, but back when we first got it, back last year, we were playing it probably about 2 or 3 times a week. We had it out, we were playing it. The expansions as well, there were expansions for this game. One of them I have. The other one I do not. I do not have the Forbidden Forests, but I do have the Eternal Winter one with the Ice Dragon, which I will look at separately. I won't include this in this video because it's already gone on a bit longer than it should do. But yeah, it's just a little look at a game I enjoy playing, a game that I think, to me, is a good game. A lot of people, like I said, a lot of people knock it and say it's just a cheaper imitation of Hero Quest. I mean, I love Hero Quest. Hero Quest, one of my favourite games of all time, but this one I enjoy as well. I'd have to say this is a really good standalone game. I don't compare it to Hero Quest. I think it's really enjoyable. Like I said, the different dice make it fun. All the different levels of weapons and equipment you can get, and the different ways you can always set up the dungeon with the different sides of the boards. It's a good game. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed watching it, and like I said, the next time I do a review, I'll probably do the expansion, the Eternal Winter. I'll have a look at that one. So thanks for watching, guys. Like I said, hope you've enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe if this is your sort of thing, and you all take care. and I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.